guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my updated everyday makeup routine. So I'm just going to do my disclaimer like I have to do whenever I do a video like this. I don't wear makeup every single day, but when I do, if I'm just wearing some makeup to work or I want to look put together, this is the makeup look that I will go for. So without further ado, if you would like to see my updated everyday makeup look, then of course please keep watching. So this is my skin at the moment. I have absolutely nothing on my face. Just so you guys know a little bit of the background behind my skin, I have pretty dry skin. Every now and then I'll get slight oiliness around my nose, but pretty much everywhere else is always dry. Also don't really have problem skin. I do take the contraceptive pill to help with my skin problems that I used to have. So the first thing that I like to do when I start off my everyday makeup routine is go in with some moisturizer. So the day moisturizer that I've been using a lot recently is the Body Shop Oils of Life. So it comes just like this in the pot. It's like a jelly consistency, and it's also really good for making your skin glowy, which I need because I'm a dry gal. So I just apply this all over my face. I also put some of this under my eyes as well. I like this day cream because it's so light. I also like to bring it down my neck. So as you can see, you could just wear this on its own. It makes your skin look so nice, very glowy, and obviously very hydrated. So as I said in my intro, I don't wear makeup every day. When I'm not at work, I'll wear absolutely no makeup most of the time. But when I am wearing makeup, I don't go heavy-handed, just enough to make myself look awake and look put together. So the next step is primer. Now sometimes I won't wear primer. I do have dry skin, so I don't have any problem with getting my makeup to stay on my face. So I can't really test out like primers and how good they are for like longevity of your makeup wear. But if I am going for a primer just for the sake of wearing a primer or whatever, I'll normally go for my Loreal Lumi Magique base, which is this pure light primer. It's very glowy. It has like an illuminating base, so I just like it for that because it stops my skin looking dry. I try and avoid the eye area with this because I don't want my under eye area to look glowy, because obviously we want that part to be the most matte of our face so it doesn't stand out. So as you can see now, my skin looks super glowy and healthy. Now next onto foundation, what I've been reaching for the most lately is actually my old trusty L'Oreal True Match. So I'm in the shade 4D4W Golden Natural, so it's very yellow toned, which I love. And when I'm using this foundation, I don't apply a lot. So I just apply a couple of dots all over my face. I normally take less than one full pump when I'm using this foundation. I also take this down my neck. I swap out my foundations every day. I don't have one that I go with every day that's like my holy grail. This is just the one that I've been using recently. I just use lots of different foundations. There's not one that I stick with, and I just rotate them in and out. This is just mostly to even out my skin tone, especially if I have a tan and my face is a little bit lighter than my body. Even with my natural tan, it definitely never gets as brown as my body does. So now onto concealer. I always conceal my under eye areas because I do have a lot of dark pigment under my eyes. So the concealer I'm going to be using today is one that I've recently fallen back in love with, and that is my Nars Radient Creamy Concealer. So I'm in the shade Custard, and I just apply this under my eyes and also a bit on my chin just to balance out my face. Then this is also something weird that I've been doing lately, but I've been blending out my concealer with a dry sponge so it isn't damp, and I think for some reason I like it because it doesn't shear out the product as much, but it still picks up excess product. So I'm just dabbing this into the skin, pressing it in as I go, and just blending out my concealer. So once I've blended out my concealer, I obviously like to go ahead and set it. So recently I've been going back to my Rimmel Stay Matte Transparent Powder. For some reason I've been revisiting a lot of my old products lately. So I'm just taking the Real Techniques setting brush to set my under eye area. Then to set the rest of my face, I just go back in with that same powder, and I just pick up a tiny little bit. I don't want too much because I do end up looking really powdery because of my dry skin. And something else that I didn't mention is I have a lot of freckles on my nose and stuff, and I actually like to keep them peeping through so my skin looks more natural and doesn't look like full cake face. But if you want, I go over sometimes with an extra powder bronzer as well, just if I want to warm up my face a lot more. So the one that I'm going to be using today is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. It's just this one here. It's a gorgeous sort of shimmery bronzer. The one thing I do really like about this bronzer is that it is very glowy, so it looks like a natural glow to the face. It's not like a harsh bronzer or anything like that. So I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. It just adds a little bit more warmth and a little bit of a glow. I like to dust some of this over my nose as well, because that's where you're going to naturally get a little bit of a tan, and then just on the forehead as well. So for highlighter, I'm not going to go for something like my Champagne Pop or anything like that that's super intense, because it's just not something that I would wear every single day, so I'd go for a little bit more of like a subtle highlighter. I don't really reach for like cream highlighters as much because I just find they're actually more work than powder. So I'll normally go for something like my MAC Soft and Gentle or any of the MAC ones because they're not as like full on in your face. But another product that I recently spoke about in my products that are shit video is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Trio palette. This one, as I said before, is not a shit product. It's just one that I haven't loved either, so I've been trying it out a lot more lately, and I've actually started to like it a little bit, so I sound like such a hypocrite, but it gives not like a crazy glow or anything like that, but it does give a really natural like glow from within kind of glow. And I just dust that over my cheeks and also above the brow. Now you can see it does definitely give me a glow. Very, very, very finely milled. And it's just going to give you that like subtle glow. Now onto eyebrows. You guys know that my favorite eyebrow product of all time is the Models Prefer Blonde Brow Kit. But something that I've been reaching for the most lately is my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 3. So I picked this up and absolutely friggin' loved it. So I like it because you can create those like hair-like strokes sort of. So you can see what a big difference adding your brows does. Like this one here is filled out, it shapes your face beautifully, whereas this one is just, look at those hairs all over the place. So now to set my eyebrows in place, you guys know that I always use my Australis Tint My Brow in Blonde. So I just brush this through my brows because you don't want your brow hairs all over the place during the day. So now onto eyes. Most days I won't wear anything on my eyes, but if I'm being a little bit extra again, I'll actually just go in with a bronzer. So today I'll be using my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I just like to take that on a fluffy blending brush, and I just pick that up and put that all over my eye, starting in the crease to begin with. It's a really, really easy, simple step, but it's a step that makes you look like you have your shit together and you've taken the time to do your eyeshadow when really you have not. And if you're into eyeshadow for every day, then that's fine too. But for me, this is just what I'll do if I want something a little bit extra. I won't normally wear this to work. I normally just go even more basic than this to work. So the last thing I like to do with the eyes is go ahead and add mascara. So I'm just going to be using my Benefit They're Real mascara, and I just coat my upper lashes and I don't coat my lower lashes day to day. The reason that I do this is because I work in a very like clinical environment and I'm working hard all the time. I don't like having that darkness underneath my eyes because it will settle under my eyes for some reason. Every single mascara does this, whether it's like flaking or just starting to like stain my lower lash line. I have no idea, but I also think that just wearing mascara on the upper lashes opens my eyes up a little bit more. I only ever seem to wear mascara on my lower lashes when I'm doing a very dramatic look. So now that I've done my eyelashes, I'm going on to my lips. So most of the time I won't apply any lipstick. I'll just go in with like a lip balm or something. That's what I always go for work. So I've been going towards this Carmex Moisture Plus tinted lip balm. This one here is in a really pretty pink shade, so it moisturizes your lips so well, as Carmex always does, and it also has this really nice pink tint, so it looks like you've made effort again. Now if I am going for a lipstick, I will always go for a nude lipstick, and I always go for like a creamier formula. So the one I'm choosing today is my Honey Love lipstick from MAC. Now this one is a matte formula, but it's very creamy on the lips and it's quite a natural looking like nude shade. It's My Lips but better. So now that I've applied my lippy, I go ahead with a setting spray or like a facial mist or whatever. So the one I'm using today is my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Woo. So that is the end of the video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my updated everyday makeup look. As I said in the intro and throughout the video, this isn't the makeup look that I wear every single day or whatever, but it is the kind of look that I would go towards when I want more of like a natural but put together makeup look. So if you enjoyed the video and you enjoy these kind of more casual videos, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel or haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!